Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Bobby, and welcome to Feature Friday. This week we're going to be talking about some recurring invoice updates, so let's jump into things here. Just real quick, for those of you that don't know, yes, Repair Shopper has recurring invoice system. Yes, I know that a lot of you already knew that, but I always like to bring it up. To access it, you can get to it a bunch of different ways. You can either go through the customer details screen to the invoice section. You can get to the recurring invoices by clicking on the invoice tab, or my preferred way, just because of muscle memory, is going to the administration screen, scrolling down to the invoice section, and then just clicking recurring invoices. And what you'll see here is your list of recurring invoices. You can create new ones, or you can click to edit pre-existing ones. In this case, I'm going to be talking about an update that I think is going to be pretty important for a lot of people, specifically in the template. So let's find me a template. Also, real quick shout out to the Invoice Search here. It is fantastic for filtering things, so if you aren't using it, highly recommend it. And let's go into this template here. Alright, so in previous weeks we covered all the different ways that recurring invoices will generate and things like that. This week I'm going to be talking about something that folks will be very happy about, and that is you can now make it so that your recurring invoice, if blank, will not automatically generate. Now, this is a big deal because up until now, if you had a recurring invoice that only had add any pending ticket charges and clear reset prepay hours and no other line items down here, when the recurring billing period would come up, it would actually still generate a blank invoice, and if you had automatic email, even email the blank invoice to your customer. Now, a lot of you have voiced that you don't want that to happen, and we didn't really have a good way of making that so it didn't happen until now. We were able to get an update into the system that now you can select on the recurring invoice template level to allow generation of blank invoices, because I do know there is quite a few of you that actually do want blank invoices to generate, and we still wanted to leave that as an option. So now if you want that to happen, all you need to do is click this checkbox here and hit update schedule, and then everything will just proceed as it has up until now. But for those of you that don't want that to happen, you're just going to want to leave that checkmark blank, and going forward, no blank invoices will generate. Now, I do want to point out, this is when I say blank invoices, again, I mean no line items. So $0 invoices could still generate if there are line items at $0. That's an important piece that I wanted to touch on. And the last thing is, if some of you wanted to go through and make bulk changes to your recurring invoices about this, just go ahead and check however many recurring invoice templates you want to make edits to, then click this bulk action button here, and then there is a selection for allow generation of blank invoices, and you just hit yes or no and then hit update template, and that'll allow you to make changes in bulk. So pretty subtle change, but I think it's actually, for many of you, quite a big one, because it's going to start to save you some time once you either disable or enable, depending on which way you want to go, the generation of blank invoices. So just to recap one more time, we added in the ability to change the option to generate blank invoices if you didn't want. Some of you do want it. I know many of you don't, and now that option is there. You just either check the box to enable the generation of blank invoices, or leave it unchecked and update and save to make sure, and that will disable the generation of blank invoices. So this is the cool update that I was talking about. I hope a lot of you like that. And let us know in the comments. We do appreciate all of the feedback that people have given us. Basically, all of these Feature Friday videos are directly from community feedback. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this. If you're still here, like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff on the YouTubes. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.